Hare Krishna devotees, good morning everyone. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Shunvatam Svakadaha Krishnaha Punya Shavana Kirtanaha Prayantasto Hyabhadrani Vidunoti Surutsatsam नष्टप्रायेषव भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Today I'm going to read Srimad Bhagavatam from Canto 4, Chapter 4, verse 24 and 25. Maitreya Uvacha Ichadvare Dakshamanujya Shatruhan Sita Budhichim Nishasad Shantavak Pashtva Jalam Ita Dukkala Samvrata Nimilya Drigyogapadam Samavishat. Synonyms. Maitreya Uvacha. Maitreya said, Iti, thus, Advare, in the arena of sacrifice, Daksham, to Daksha, Anujya, speaking, Shatruhan, O annihilator of enemies, Kshitav, on the ground, Udichim, facing north, Nishasada, sat down, Shantavak, in silence, Spratsva, after touching, Jalam, water, Pita Dukkula Samrata, Russian yellow garments, Nimilia, closing, Drik, the vision, Yoga Padam, the mystic yoga process, Samavisat, became absorbed. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Maitreya, the sage, told Vidura, O annihilator of enemies, while thus speaking to her father in the arena of sacrifice, Sati sat down on the ground and faced north. Dressed in saffron garments, she sanctified herself with water and closed her eyes to absorb herself in the process of the mystic yoga. Purport. It is said that when a man desires to quit his body, he dresses in saffron garments. Therefore, it appears that Sati changed her dress, indicating that she was going to quit the body given her by Daksha. Daksha was Sati's father. So instead of killing Daksha, she decided that it would be better to destroy the part of his body which was hers. Thus, she decided to give up the body of Daksha by the yogic process. Sati was a wife of Lord Shiva, who is known as Yogeshwara, the best among all yogis, because he knows all the mystic processes of yoga. So it appeared that Sati also knew them. Either she learned yoga from her husband or she was enlightened because she was the daughter of such a great king as Daksha. The, the perfection of yoga is that one can give up one's body or release oneself from the embodiment of material elements according to one's desire. Yogis who have attained perfection are not subject to death by natural laws. Such perfect yogis can leave the body whenever they desire. Generally, the yogi first of all becomes mature in controlling the air passing within the body, thus bringing the soul to the top of the brain. Then when the body bursts into flames, the yogi can go anywhere he likes. This yoga system recognizes the soul and thus it is distinct from the so-called yoga process for controlling the cells of the body, which has been discovered in the modern age. The real yoga process accepts the transmigration of the soul from one planet to another or one body to another, and it appears from this incident that Sati wanted to transfer her soul to another body or sphere. Verse 25. Krutva samana vanilo chitasana सुदनामृत्याप्य च नाभिचक्रतः शनिर्हृदि स्थाप्य धियोरसि स्थितं कण्ठाद्भ्रूर्वोर्मध्यम् अनिन्दितानयत्. Synonyms: कृत्वा, after placing Samanav in equilibrium, Anilav, the prana and apana airs. Yadasana, having controlled the sitting posture. Sati, Udyanam, the life air. Utthapya, rising. Cha, and Nabhi Chakradaha, the circle in the navel. Shanaihi, gradually. Hrudi, in the heart. Stapya, placing. Diya, with the intelligence. Urashi, towards the pulmonary passage. Sthitam, having been placed. Kantat, through the throat. Bhurva, of the eyebrows. Madhyam, to the middle. Aninditya, the blameless. Anayat, raised. First of all, she sat in the required sitting posture, and then she carried the life air upwards and placed in the position of the equilibrium near the navel. Then she raised her life air, mixed with intelligence, to the heart and then gradually towards the pulmonary passage, and from there between her eyebrows. The yogic process is to control the air passing within the body in different places called Sat Chakra, the six circles of air circulation. The air is raised from the abdomen to the navel, from the navel to the heart, from the heart to the throat, from the throat to between the eyebrows and from between eyebrows to the top of the cerebrum. That is the sum and substance of practicing yoga. Before practicing the real yoga system, one has to practice the sitting postures because this helps in the breathing the exercises which control the airs going upwards and downwards. This is a great technique which one has to practice to attain the highest perfection stage of yoga. But such practice is not meant for this age. No one in this age can attain the perfection stage of such yoga. But people indulge in practicing sitting postures, which is more or less a gymnastic process. By such bodily gymnastics, one may develop good circulation and may therefore keep one's body fit. But if one only simply restricts oneself to the gymnastic process, and one cannot attain the highest perfectional stage. The yoga process, as described in Keshava Shruti, prescribes how one can control his living force according to his desire and transmigrate from one body to another or from one place to another. In other words, yoga practice is not meant to keep the body fit. Any transcendental process of spiritual realization automatically helps one to keep the body fit, for it is the spirit soul that keeps the body always fresh. As soon as the spirit soul is out of the body, the material body immediately begins to decompose. Any spiritual process keeps the body fit without separate endeavor. But if one takes it that the ultimate aim of yoga is to maintain the body, then he is mistaken. The real perfection of yoga is elevation of the soul to a higher position or the liberation of the soul from material entanglement. Some yogis try to elevate the soul to the higher planetary systems, where the standard of life is different from that of this planet, and where the material comforts, lifespan, and other facilities for self realization are greater. And some yogis endeavor to elevate the soul to the spiritual world, the spiritual Vaikuntha planets. The Bhakti Yoga process directly elevates the soul uh, to the spiritual planets, where life is eternally blissful and full of knowledge. Therefore, Bhakti Yoga is considered to be the greatest of all yoga systems. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavade Pashyata Desadarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrunda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everyone. I would like to seek blessing from all the assembled Vaishnavas, and thank you for giving me an opportunity to purify myself. Please forgive me for any shortcomings or adding my own interpretation. I would like to present purpose from couple of places. The first one is the purport by his holy guru Gauranga Darshandas from his discourse in 2018. Sati did not like her father being blasphemed by Daksha, as he's being blasphemed. Sati lost her love and affection towards Daksha. Generally speaking, for a father, he shows his love and affection towards his daughters and as well as sons too. Here, Daksha only has daughters and he has shown great love. But on the contrary, where Sati was expressing her feelings towards Daksha in a negative way when Daksha um, did not like Lord Shiva, all the followers of Shiva are outrageous who came along with Sati to the sacrifice event, and they are ready to attack everyone in the sacrificial arena. However, after Sati instructions, all the followers of Shiva kept quiet and were watching the whole conversation, and they were also seeing the disappointment and also the disappointment in the face of Sati. There's one verse which was mentioned here, one sloka, Karno Pijaya Nirayadat Akalpa se Dharmavitari Ashir Nirbhir Asmani Asya Mane Chindayat Prasahya Rustatim Asatim Prabhusej Jihvam Asun Apitato Visrajet Sa Dharmaha. Sorry if I pronounced the verse wrongly. One should block 1 year and leave the place if unable to punish the offender or if he is not capable. Or cut his tongue and kill him and then give up one's life also. Here, Sati was saying, I do not want to kill you, and even though I can kill you, but I will give up my life. I'm very insulted, embarrassed, and humiliated by connection with you, as I have a body produced from you, and I feel ashamed by you, and I felt ashamed by you. Therefore, I will not return this body which is born of you, because wise people say that a remedy for eating impure food is to vomit it out. Vedic injunctions do not apply to those who revel in the Supreme Self enshrined in all. The Vedas prescribed two paths, Pravritti Dharma, which is the path of karma, and Nivritti Dharma, which is the path of renunciation. While these two cannot be simultaneously followed by the same person, however, Shiva, being a supreme god, does not need to follow any of these two paths. Further, our affluence is unmanifest to be enjoyed only by avadutas, those who have renounced everything. People like you following the path of smoke generated by sacrificial fires can never appreciate this absolute wealth. I feel ashamed of my unworthy father. It is a disgrace to be born from a parent who commits an offense against the great. When in a light mood, Lord Shiva will call out to me, O daughter of Daksha, then forgetting the lightheartedness behind it. I will become extremely pained. Therefore, I shall give up this corpse-like body begotten from you. Now, again, Sati mentioned to his father Daksha in the again sacrificial arena, as you criticized my husband and another great Vaishnava, I am no longer interested to stay either in his body or in his soul. It's better for me to sacrifice. Again, there's a purport, extracted from ISKCON Desiratory Forums. Now, why Sati took that bold step? As we heard that if we can't kill, if we can't blaspheme anybody, or if we can't get, if we can't hear anything bad, we can always leave out. But what Sati did, instead, Sati took her life. Now, while again, a quick repetition, while just speaking to her father in the sacrificial arena, Sati sat down on the ground, faced north, dressed in saffron garments. She sanctified herself with water and closed her eyes to absorb herself in a process of mystic yoga. First of all, she sat in the required sitting posture. She carried the life air upwards and placed in the position of equilibrium near the navel. Then she raised her life, mixed with intelligence to the heart, and then gradually towards the pulmonary passage, and from there between her eyebrows. Thus, in order to give up her body, which has been so respectfully and affectionately seated on the lap of Lord Shiva, who is worshipped by the great sages and saints, Sati, due to anger towards her father, began to meditate on the fiery air within the body. Sati concentrated on all her meditation on the holy lotus feet of her husband, Lord Shiva, who is the supreme spiritual master of all the world. Thus, she became completely cleansed of all taints of sin and quit her body in a blazing fire by meditation on the fiery elements. If you see here, Sati activated the fire element within herself after to that to give up her body after getting disappointment from her father Daksha. Uh, just my viewpoint again, taking from the teachings of various Prabhus and saints from the ISKCON. The perfection of yoga is that one can give up one's body or release oneself from the embodiment of material elements according to one's desire. Yogis who have attained perfection are not subject to death by natural laws. Such perfect yogis can leave the body whenever they desire. Thank you all, Vaishnavas, who have attended today's Bhagavatam session, and thank you for blessing me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,